you are at the main hatch for this little ship. What do you do?
I'd like to...
And it's closed.
Can we walk around the ship?
We blow up the doors.
We don't blow up the doors.
You don't have any explosives with you this time. Maybe you forgot to grab them out of the ship's locker.
You could shoot at them.
Could we... I'd like to walk around the ship and see what I can establish about the ship.
Okay.
And I think I'll stay back at the hatch. Do I see any, like, panels or anything?
Well, there's a panel that you could use to access the ship. Let's go with what Bardak was saying. So you're going to go around and look for, like, obvious mechanical... Okay. So you're going to give me a roll.
Oh, no. 5, including the modifier.
Okay, so that's a 3 plus 2 for the people at the table.
Alright.
Okay, so 3 plus 2. So you go walking around the ship. Do you have your pistol drawn, or are you a lover, not a fighter? It's in your holster.
I guess it's in my holster.
Okay. So you make the slow walk around the ship, and you don't see anything obviously wrong with it. And that's about all you can say, is that you don't see anything obvious.
Is there a way we can get in besides the doors?
No, you're going to need to use the
And
door.
there's no windows on the ship either.
No. Welcome to my world.
I guess we have the masks on. Can we knock? On anybody in there?
So you want to knock on the hatch?
Hello!
Yeah.
Anybody in there?
Okay.
Do we hear anything?
The hatch opens.
Oh,
Okay.
And before you,
and I draw my whip.
stands a man. And he is not wearing a mask. He is standing there. He is dressed in the simple clothes of a farmer, rancher, agricultural type. But I'm sure that Boss would keep that rifle trained on him, right? Yeah, show me what that looks like. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't think you'd be smiling, though. Give us your mean face. It's too late for that? Okay. You want to give us that look that says, don't you move a muscle, man. Is that the kind of look you're giving him?
Sure.
Okay. So, simple clothes of a farmer or rancher, and he says, howdy.
Howdy, folks.
Yeah, that's what he kind of sounded like. Y'all got my distress call?
Are you by yourself?
No? Got my whole family in here. Come on, boys, and meet them. So, up walks his wife. They all look like simple farmer types. And a teenage girl and 2 boys about this age. Actually, one's about 10 and one's about 8, so not your ages. And she says, we sure are glad y'all showed up. We didn't know if anybody was going to come. They explain, they give their names, Tam, Mizpen, Kra, Jeev, and the girl is Gwen. And he explains that life was too hard on Enton, and that there's a sickness there. And so they did not want to be there anymore. As you guys are standing there kind of hearing them out, well, actually he invites you in. You don't want to go in yet?
Not if they're potentially are contagious.
Okay. He says there's a sickness there, and Grandpa left them this ship. So they loaded up their entire life on it, bought 3 months' worth of rations, and tried for a one-way push to the Dala system, where they know that on Dala the soil is fertile, the weather is good, and they've got a much better chance of making a living. And they had just reached they had gotten off the planet, and they were about to make a jump to the Doulos system when their jump drive failed. Yep. And then their maneuvering drive failed. And as he says, it was all the luck of the stars that I managed to even put down on this moon here. Well, that's when the little kid speaks up and says, Pa, that ship ain't broke. The vector realignment timer is just out of sync, so we got no power. Pa says to him, son, broke is broke. It flies or it don't, and right now it don't. The youngest one does seem to be the brains of the family. So Pa wants to know if you guys might be willing to give them a ride to the Doulos system.
Probably only if you could keep an eye on them with the guns.
Well,
He assures you, we will only need your cargo bay, son, and we will even be able to set up a temporary pen for our hull.
Oh dear.
could we fit their whole ship in our cargo bay?
No. You might, but it won't fit through the door.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going with him. That what if they're contagious?
I think we should first check their out. I would be, I think, step one.
Do we have any equipment for testing or checking them over? I guess
What would you ask Jex specifically?
I would say, Jex, we need to check these people over. And actually, I'd probably want to ask, well, what kind of illness was it on your planet?
He would explain that it just comes on like a bad flu, and sometimes you get better, and sometimes you don't. And usually it only takes 3 or 4 days to tell which is going to be the case.
And how long have they been on this planet? I mean, how long has it been since they crashed?
They've been here just like 12 hours or so. Bosk, what you doing?
Why didn't they respond to the...
Radio's broke, son. Everything's broke. We got no power at all. Pa, I keep telling you now, son, you keep your mouth shut while I talk with these people.
I'm going to retcon this a bit.
Okay.
I mean, there's a downed ship. If I was of the medic thinking, I would already have brought the medic bag with me.
Okay. I will allow that.
Okay.
Would you like to retcon that you would have brought certain tools with you?
Sure.
Okay. So why don't we say there is a basic tool bag? Do you have a tool bag in your car that's got like wrenches and stuff? Okay. You've got the spaceman equivalent of that.
Okay.
You've got a basic medical kit. Now that would have the blood pressure cuff.
The stethoscope.
Might it have this stuff for the blood samples?
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, it'd have like bandages and
Right. So you would still have to explain
and,
to him.
you know, sutures or whatever.
So you would still have to explain to him
yeah.
to get. Okay.
Right.
All right. So we've still got a roll here, but I like that.
Does that portable scanner do medical things?
You're asking Jax this?
Yeah.
Well, I've never tried to use it for that, but it's a sample analyzer. It would surely be able to give you some good information.
We probably want that.
And that way,
Does it?
you can do the analysis in the field.
Yeah.
So like put the little blood sample in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you are going to tell him that you need the portable sample analyzer, and that you need vacutainers or whatever.
Whatever would go in that little machine.
Okay. All right, so you are going to go fetch that stuff. You are going to go down to the bottom of the ramp and lay it on the ground. Okay? So Hira and Bardak walk over to the ship. You are standing with your rifle and looking vigilant, and Baronix is standing there with his rifle, keeping an eye out, looking belligerent. And you guys get to the equipment, and you grab it, and you head back to the ship without incident, and we will bio break there.
Okay.
And then this next segment is our last segment, and we're done. And I can tell you guys this. You are like past the first paragraph of the first page. It's beautiful. I mean, I've got like, I had no idea, but I have like 2 or 3 months worth of stuff written here. So I hope you guys end up coming back, is what I'm saying. Otherwise, we will see to it that you are killed in a very spectacular way on this moon.